Good evening, ladies and gents. Mark, good evening.
Good evening.
Sound check, if everything loud and clear.
Check, check.
Check, check. Harry is in the house also for answering questions. And sound is clear, I hope. And let's take a look. Yeah, the recording has been started. So the presentation will be also available as a recording later on. So everyone who is subscribed already can watch the webinar later if you have questions and you would like to take a look again. And yeah, Mark will do a short introduction within 2 minutes. Um, I will show you the one page, this token of expertise, and there you can take a look at later on as well at um, subscription page. And also we have actually a Telegram group. We'll also post the link later. And who of you is brand new in crypto? Because this is a special webinar, how to take the first steps into the crypto market and to have a safe start in cryptocurrencies. And this is a special webinar in English because we have international expansion as well. Um, Mark also has been to Cyprus like Harry Clip, our companion, and I'm still in Cyprus. And because of the lockdown in the Netherlands, I try to extend the staying. And if you would like to communicate in English, would be great and helpful. And we are happy to take your answers also afterwards. So I think it's almost 8 o'clock and CET, Amsterdam time. So maybe you can do a short introduction who we are, Mark, and then we can go. The floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Jan Robert, for hosting this webinar about cryptocurrencies. My name is Mark Leenaert. I'm working together already with Jan Robert and Harry for quite some years. We looked into the peer-to-peer finance platform Neo Finance. I'm still involved in that project, fintech company, peer-to-peer lending. I've worked with a lot of investment strategies, hedge funds before. I've been investing for 20 years, more than 20 years already. So I've seen a lot of strange things in the market, but I think last year was one of the most strange years. A lot of movements in the markets, also in the crypto markets, and I've been investing in crypto now for almost 4 years. And yeah, I would like to tell more about how do you buy actually your first coins? How can you take profit from what's happening in the crypto market? And what are the risks? Of course, we have to talk about risks as well.
Of course. Yeah, and maybe it's also nice to mention that Mark, Harry, and I've been also to the Blockchain Fest in Cyprus, a 2-day event. It was very great. Also, Mark was into a panel and I was a moderator. And also, I know how difficult it is to operate in the stock market, in the crypto market. And I started in the stock market, option market, but I know the crypto market is brand new, relatively new, and it's very difficult to find your way. So that's why I thought last year I would like to write a book about crypto trading for ambitious beginners. It has been published into Dutch, in Dutch now, and it's been translating now into English. And we sold 2,400 books, a new update, 2,400 books already in 5 weeks. And I
Brilliant.
would also, with our, what I like also to propose actually, Mark, everyone who is involved with our project as well, I would like to offer our book as well and sign it as well. So that's also a nice Christmas thought, I think. And
Yeah, very nice.
well, let's take yeah, and let's take the first step. And Harry, thank you very much for helping us at the background. And I see that some of the guys and ladies have my book already, so I'm very proud of it. First, a disclaimer: everything what we are telling and teaching today is for educational purposes, and it's not an advice. And I would like to switch off my camera now because of bandwidth. Maybe it's not good, so the camera will be switched off to save some And the thing is that crypto markets are volatile, and you have to deal with that. And but it gives also many opportunities. Well, the educational journey to the big bucks is beginning with one step. And the nice thing is that you don't have to start and to make many mistakes and to invest very big. You can with small amounts in the crypto market to invest. And we would like to as well with first steps. And you see here on the next slide. Um, there's always something for everybody, and I would like to put in perspective the crypto market now. How big is the crypto market? Well, there are more than 15,000 coins, and the most liquid coins are BTC and Ethereum. The 24 hours market, the volume of BTC Bitcoin is approximately $36 billion, and Ethereum is half of it, more or less $18 billion. And the total market cap, including BTC, is approximately 2,300 billion, so 2.3 trillion. Is quite big. However, it's not that big like the stock market, and I think also it gives many opportunities. Um, if you take a look at the crypto overview, if you're looking for a good overview the crypto market, I would like to say to go to CoinMarketCap to give and to take a very nice overview to, and to receive a very nice overview ranked from the biggest ones, Bitcoin number one, of course, since 2009. There's been Genesis block. It has been yeah, the Genesis block has been mined in 2009, and I see that there's maybe some problem with the connection. Maybe I will reconnect with the Wi-Fi. And maybe Mark, I don't know if you hear me well. If it's not good, then tell me, and I can continue.
Yeah, it's a little bit shaky. Your sound is
A little
dropping
bit shaky.
sometime from time to time. Yeah.
Yeah, some strange. Yeah, it's just strange. I'm now in a five-star hotel, and still it's not always well. And what I will do, I will switch over to the Wi-Fi myself, the hotspot. Then it's better, I think. But maybe you can also continue, Mark.
Yeah, sure. CoinMarketCap is one of the most visited websites where most people are looking, and you will find the biggest cryptocurrencies there. We already mentioned Bitcoin and Ethereum, but there are thousands of coins, and they have a nice overview of what's happening in the crypto market, and what are the ranks. And the ranks are important for most investors because, yeah, if you start with crypto, you want to have the bigger coins, and not always the best ones. There's a lot of discussion going on about that, but yeah, usually they raise so much capital that they're somehow safe, so to say. I'll go to the next slide while Robert is reconnecting. Coin 360 is a nice overview as well of the market. And then we see the dominance of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Most of the market is still about Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think most people know Bitcoin, have read something about Bitcoin. Ethereum is not that well known, but it's already representing hundreds of billions of market value. And yeah, as an investor, you can ask yourself, is that expensive? Is it cheap? If you look at Apple, it's worth almost 3 billion. Sorry, 3 trillion, 3,000 billion. So compared to a company like that, it's not that much. But Ethereum is not a company; it's an organization offering a token that helps other projects. It's like uh, fuel for the car market. That's the same function that Ethereum has. It helps other instruments in the blockchain to work better. So it's more like a currency than a company where you invest in, and that's is the same. The same is true for most cryptocurrencies. Um, you see Sol here, it's Solana, ADA, Cardano. They're all blockchains. Blockchains are networks of nodes. Well, we don't want to be too technical now, but they're all different kind of networks that you can use for all kind of purposes. And Ethereum is the biggest one, and Bitcoin is more the main currency of the crypto market, and it's most commonly used as an investment or a way to pay something, and that happens more and more. I don't see Robert yet, so I'm just going to continue with the next slide. Interesting source is cryptobubbles.net. And you can see what's happening in the market on a weekly or daily base. Yeah, there's a lot of volatility in the crypto market, more than stock investors. Myself, I was a stock investor for many years, and I was a little bit scared when I see the movement in the crypto markets. 10-20% a day is not so strange. Sometimes you see 100% or more. But with that kind of movement, it's of course easy to win money or lose money. So it's a different game, so to say. Geen geluid. I see. I'm still. Do you still hear me? I'm not sure. Okay. Harry says I'm still. My sound is still okay. So I'm continue with another interesting page, Crypto Panic News Aggregator. Um, there you can find all the news. Of course, there's a lot of news about all these different crypto projects. There are thousands, so it's hard to follow all the news in the market. This website can help you can select your own currencies that you want to follow, and it will state all the interesting news. Let's see where we are. Total market cap, including BTC. Robert already mentioned it's now more than 2 trillion. So that's of course, a lot of money. It's bigger than the Dutch economy. But compared to shares or real estate, it's still a very small amount. And sometimes people wonder, how far can all these cryptocurrencies grow? For myself, I always try to think, what amount are people investing now on average?
Mark, I'm
Yeah.
back.
Good. You
Yeah.
can do this
So
much better now.
sorry, I logged myself out. Sorry.
No
Sorry.
problem. I was here at the total market cap slide.
Yeah, because that's very thank you. And if the sound is not good enough, then please tell me and you can continue. I see that there is a sound, and I some have problems, but there is a sound, and but just re-enter it and just check your settings. But the total market cap included BTC. Yeah, it's more or less 2.2 trillion. We have seen a peak at 3. And that means that, as you can see, the beginning of this year was around 500 billion. If you thought at the beginning of the year you are too late to step into the market because it has already risen from 250 billion to 500 billion, that was beginning of 2020, then you also missed 100% increase. And now it's more than almost six-folded since beginning of 2021. And so it's never too late to step into the market, but we would like to show you the opportunities which is offering the market. And let's take a look. What is the first slide? Yeah, your first Bitcoin. If you would like to start, go to Bitcoin. First, buy a portion of Bitcoin. You don't have to put $48,000 on the table. You can also uh, buy fractions of. You can start with even $10. So it's you can start with a few bucks. And what my strategy also is to buy every month for a bunch of a couple of $100, and then the average up or average down and DCA. But anyway, Bitcoin is very important. And my take on the Bitcoin is that my target for Q1 um, uh, will be the 100K target. That would be my take on the market. And why? Because first of all, many institutional investors are getting in. Some are big, some are not that big, but they are yeah, stepping into the market. And it's number one, and the Bitcoin will not go away anyway. And it's also seen as a store of value. And so it's more a kind of a safety first, and that people are seeing it as a substitution for gold. So, and that is very important to understand that Bitcoin is to be a cornerstone in portfolio, in my opinion. That is for sure. And if I take a look at the next slide, there you see the stock to flow model. This S2F model is also being used for commodities. And this stock to flow model projects on Bitcoin. You can see the blue line is a projection line from 10 cents in 2009, I think, and also to the end. You can see in the years you cannot see, but it's 2040 or something. That's $1 million. That is the target of this model. It's just a model. Um, it's not a certainty, but it's just a model. But as you can see, this price, which is hovering around the blue line, is quite okay. But the thing is that you can also see that the next couple of 4, 5, 6 years, maybe Bitcoin will consolidate around 100,000 if it's reaching that level. It's possible. Then then you need also other coins in portfolio. So the second one I would take is Ethereum. I will come up to that soon. Here is also very interesting website, Bitcoin treasuries. Here you can see which companies are having a Bitcoin in portfolio. MicroStrategy, Tesla, Square, Marathon Digital Holdings, and also Coinbase, the crypto exchange, is also went also public. And Riot Blockchain, they've also some holdings, and you can see that, and yeah, the returns are quite decent. MicroStrategy has 1.6 on average, and also Hut 8 Mining Corp 5.3 even. So there's a decent gain, and these are the big boys who are playing the market and are entering in the participating in the market. And the question is, would you like to stay behind, or would you like to step in as well, also play with the big boys? And you can do that with smaller amounts as well. You don't need millions to enter the crypto market. Ethereum. My target, my take for by the end of Q1 2022 is approximately 6,000. And how I projected it is because of 2,000 is the level which has been touched in May, April, and June, July even, and give or take. So 2,000 is a round number, and higher end was 4,000 was a very long time resistance area. So this trading range of 2,000 points, you can project it above the on top of the 4,000, and 4,000 plus 2,000, you can do the math, is 6,000. And I think this current correction is a very nice buying opportunity in my opinion. And as you can see, the process of higher lows and higher highs, aka an uptrend, is still there, and that is quite okay. So don't be afraid of some corrections, and if you can stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen, I would like to say. And but if you would like to um, put some holdings in of your portfolio, just put a percentage, for instance, in some coins or altcoins. And the thing is that what do you prefer? Do you prefer to have zero or negative interest on your bank account, or would you also like to put some Bitcoin and Ethereum on the long? You have to put it on the long term as well, and to gain, have also possibility to gain something. And another important picture is here, DeFi Pulse. There is also very nice website, and here you can see that DeFi Pulse is showing the total value locked in USD in DeFi protocols. You can think of borrowing and lending of crypto, and that means this chart I show because the market has been taken off since, yeah, beginning of, or the mid of 2020 last year, and you can see that the market, the total value locked, the TVL, has been risen to more than 100 billion, and these are not small players. So also the big players are here, and I don't want to go too much into details, but the thing is that DeFi is short for an abbreviation for decentralized finance, with products which banks on the traditional market are offering with borrowing and lending. The DeFi market is taking it over without an intermediary. So that is also very cool that these kind of protocols are there, that you can also put your crypto at work. And one of the possibilities to put your crypto at work is, for instance, to stake the coins, for to put aside to lend it or to borrow it to others, and then to receive interest. And sometimes there are also APYs, annual percentage yields of more than 30 or 40% on yearly basis. Also not without risk, of course. And the other thing what I would like to stipulate on is that also it's very nice. We did also in the past ICOs. We participated in ICOs that when you are participating in the project in the early stage, then most of the time you get a very discounted price because you take the risk also to enter early, and returns could be also decent. In the past, we had some decent gains, also some losses, but in general, when you participate in projects, just do, for instance, a portion of your portfolio, not everything. Don't sell your house, don't sell your mother-in-law. Maybe you can sell your mother-in-law, but I would not put everything online. So diversify always. So I would like to conclude my story with some recommendations. If you are planning to do something in the crypto market, diversify your intention. Let's say if you want to invest 10,000 euros or dollars, split this amount up in 10, for instance, 10 times 1,000, and these 1,000 you can invest, for instance, in projects, or maybe 4 times 2,500 to do 2,500 in projects, 2,500 in some altcoins, 5 altcoins for $500, for instance, and the rest of the five you can put, for instance, Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I think that I'm happy to take your questions afterwards, after after the presentation of Mark. So Mark, you can also continue now with your the safety, how to store your coins. The floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Robert. I will activate my camera again. Yeah, I hope it was clear for everybody how big the crypto market is right now. Of course, Jan Robert is a crypto trader with a lot of experience in this field. So my idea was to take it one step back and tell people how you can enter this interesting crypto market and also buy and trade cryptocurrencies. And there are basically two ways to store your cryptocurrencies. Buying is quite easy. I'm also going to tell something about it. But more important than buying is where do you put it? If you have money, you can put it on your bank account or in your personal wallet at home. That's basically the two options you have with conventional money. In the crypto market, it's quite similar. So the first thing I'm going to discuss is cold storage. And cold storage means it's not online, so to say. It's money you put on a device and you keep it at home. So it's not it's impossible for others to steal it online, to hack it. That's the important reason to use cold storage, because in the past there have been some hacks in the crypto space, and there was some damage. I will talk about that a little bit later. If you're afraid and if you want to put large amounts of money to work in the crypto market, it could help to buy a ledger. That's something I did when I took my first steps in the crypto market. I used the Nano Ledger of the company Ledger, and they will send you for about 70 euros, $70. They will send you this USB stick like device, and you can connect it to a PC or laptop. They also have an app for the mobile phone. And on this device, your cryptocurrency will be kept. It's like a safe. You can keep your cryptocurrency on it. That's important to know that there are three different components when storing cryptocurrency. There is the private key, that's the part of your PIN code, so to say, that you always keep for yourself. Uh, that's not to be shared with other people. Also, if you trade it, the private key is always for yourself, private. Then you have your public key. That's your wallet address, like your bank account number, to compare it. And that's the thing you can use when you're buying or trading cryptocurrency. And the third one is important, your recovery phrase. It's actually very important because that will give you access to the cryptocurrency if you lose your ledger device, or if it's stolen, or if it's lost, or if it's broken. Then you don't lose your cryptocurrency because you always have your recovery phrase. It's like a testament for cryptocurrency. It consists of 20 different words. You have to write it on a card. You don't get it via email, or you cannot find it online. You have to write it down on a card and put it safely somewhere in a safe or safe place. Um, and that's what makes it safe, because this recovery phrase is not visible online, so it cannot be hacked by somebody. But of course, you can lose it. If you lose your recovery phrase, this card with 20 words, somebody else can use it on their own ledger and yeah, take your cryptocurrency. So it's very important to keep that very safe. Um, I think a ledger or cold storage device is interesting when you are a passive investor, when you want to keep your cryptocurrency for a very long time, or for your children. You can put it there, put it in a safe, and never look at it. Um, or for large amounts, yeah, it can also be useful to use a ledger instead of an exchange, which I will be talking about later. If you want to do that, I've put a link here, a reference link. You get a discount, I think $20, 20% discount. For me, it doesn't really help, but I would like to share this discount with you.
Mhm. Mark,
Yeah,
some remarks. Very important. If you are thinking, I want to buy a cheap ledger, and don't go to kind of eBay or Marktplaats and to buy a second-hand ledger. That is not wise,
yeah,
because then because what Mark said with the recovery phrase, when someone has the private key, they can steal your holdings. So that is one thing, and
yeah. You have
it is.
to buy a new one.
Yeah, and also Mike is touching something interesting. He said that Ledger was hacked previously. It is a little bit more sophisticated, like it is. Not a Ledger has been hacked. The what I also have written an article about it last year. Database with the users with the name and address, and I think also email addresses has been um, yeah, stolen from Ledger. So what was a data breach, and what happened? Some guys, criminals, they send letters out to people that that they need to install the new device. And so what did they do? They sent copies of Ledger. and it looked very similar. And some people did it, and they thought it was from Ledger, and they put their private key and these kind of things, and like this trick, criminals could steal their belongings, their holdings.
Yeah, it's
But it
just
was
like
not
phishing with normal bank
yeah
accounts. I receive
true
weekly emails from my bank
true
wanting my
true.
PIN code. So yeah, always be careful with
Always be
emails you receive.
careful.
And that's the
Yeah,
nice thing
and
about cold storage. You don't have to worry
yeah.
about what's happening online. It's in your own safe. You cannot it cannot be lost online.
Yeah, and the root said also only addresses were stolen indeed. And the thing is, in the afternoon, I had for the extend, I had for my for my elite traders of crypto. We had also about Binance. I got also 10 mails per day about Binance that I have to do something. In Binance on the crypto exchange, you see also in the middle, you can also put extra security for a kind of anti-phishing code. Then you just put a phrase like "Mark is great" or whatever, and when you put that phrase and you receive an email, then you see "Mark is great," then you know that is real from Binance. But that's a side line. Yes, side remark.
Yes,
Thank you,
thank you
Mark.
very much. That's a nice step to exchanges because exchanges are the way that most people use to buy and trade their cryptocurrencies, and they've becoming increasingly safe over the last years because also in the exchange world there has been some hacks. Also, bigger exchanges have been hacked in the past. But the good thing is that they improve their security after those hacks, so it doesn't happen that much anymore. And B, if the exchange is big enough, they usually have some kind of way to repay their customers. Most big exchanges always pay back the amounts that were lost. So that, of course, makes it a bit safer to use. We are mentioning three big exchanges that are commonly used in the Netherlands and that we consider as being safe, or in this case, big enough to compensate users if something happens on the platform. But yeah, just to be on the safe side, it's always good to spread your money a little bit. If you're working with large amounts, large percentage of your portfolio, just use several exchanges. They're free. They don't charge you to sign up. So maybe it's good to have a look at more than one exchange. The first one I'm going to mention is Bitfavo. That's one of the exchanges registered at the crypto register of the Dutch Central Bank. Dutch Central Bank introduced their crypto register some time ago, not too long ago, and it helps the central bank or the government to keep a track on the flows in the crypto space. It's a important sign that the government or central bank in this case wants to be involved in the crypto market. They don't leave it alone like before, but still, it's not such a big deal. Crypto exchanges just have to make sure that there is no money laundering taking place on their platform, and that's basically it. That's what they have to do, and they have to pay a lot of money to the Dutch central bank to be in the register. But yeah, for a regular customer like here, just investing some money, it's not such a big deal. Um, at Bitfavo, it's easy to deposit fiat money, so that means euros or dollars with Ideal. That's an advantage compared to some other exchanges. You can just use Ideal to wire money to your exchange wallet. So that's one more time the difference between cold storage wallet and exchange wallet is that cold storage is really private, somewhere offline, and an exchange wallet is online on an exchange. But of course, it's still your own wallet. It doesn't mean that the exchange is managing your money. It's not a fund. It's still your own wallet with your own private key. Only the money becomes accessible to the marketplace. If you want to trade currencies, you pay a transaction fee, and that's relatively low at Bitfavo, 0.25%. Then we have Binance. Binance is one of the biggest international crypto exchanges. Um, However, it's a bit more difficult there to deposit fiat money, euros. Binance is more commonly used for crypto transactions, crypto to crypto. So that's maybe something for the next step. If you already purchased your crypto somewhere, you can transfer it to Binance and trade it easily there because the transaction fees are a bit lower, 0.1% on average. I think it differs for the kind of currency you want to trade. But the other advantage is you have many trading features. You have graphs, they have articles. They're really a big marketplace comparable to the largest brokers in the equity space. And they offer a Binance crypto debit card, which means you can use it for purchases offline. You can pay any kind of things you want. And yeah, that can be easy if you make a huge profit on your crypto portfolio. It's sometimes nice to spend it on nice things, and then you can use your debit card. It's also a way for them to make sure the clients will keep their money on the platform or in certain coins, and they offer uh, certain rewards for that. Can be a percentage like the decentralized finance that John Robert was mentioning, or it can be subscriptions to any kind of service. They want to do a lot to keep their customers on the platform and their money. So there are some nice rewards to be earned. Same goes for crypto.com. I'm also a user of crypto.com. It's also an international exchange, and compared to Binance, they make it a little bit more easy to wire fiat money because they allow people to open a personal IBAN account. And that's a big advantage because then you don't have to transfer money back and forth from your Dutch or Belgian or whatever bank account. Because we know some cases, not recently, but from a couple of years ago, where people earn a lot of money in the crypto market and they transfer it back in euros to their bank account. And then the bank will send them a letter because they don't know where this money is suddenly coming from. It never really leads to problems because you can show you earned the money, but you don't want questions from your bank. Crypto.com solves this solution. They will give you your personal IBAN bank account, and they will never ask questions because they see how you earned the money on their own platform. So that's a pro. Also, Crypto.com offers some nice rewards and debit cards. You can actually get them by mail. They have all different styles: jade, gold, silver, etc., just like credit cards. But yeah, the main difference is not like a credit card; you have to pay huge interest, but they will pay you interest if you keep your money in their own currency. Are there any questions about exchanges or cold storage? I'll be happy to answer them.
No, not yet.
I don't see questions on the chat. Maybe later on. So then I want to conclude this part with some important notes. Yeah, there are important to remember if you start in the crypto world. First of all, never lose your recovery phrase if you use cold storage. If you use exchanges, they usually work with two-factor authentication, so you need at least your phone or your email address to verify important transactions or to log in. So yeah, don't lose your phone could also be standing there, but most people understand that. But if you use the ledger, don't lose your recovery phrase. Mind the transaction fees, not only if you trade cryptocurrencies, but also if you wire cryptocurrency to other people, for instance. Very easy to wire to anywhere in the world. That's the big advantage of cryptos. Make sure you are aware about the fees because they can change on certain circumstances. If the network is very busy, everybody is trading Bitcoin or Ethereum. The transaction fees can be a little bit higher. on most
Yeah, and
exchanges.
Mark?
We'll see it. Yes.
Yes, yes, and that's why Binance is very low with 0.1%. I don't know how much Crypto.com is charging, but beware in the Netherlands of Bitcoin Meester because yeah, Bitcoin Meester is charging hefty fees, 5% on each transaction. So when you do a round trip buy and sell, then you are behind the market. This 10%, you're down already 10%. So I don't recommend Bitcoin Meester in this case.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fair.
I think so. And also,
Yeah.
don't also take a look at only the fees because when you trade, buy and sell with Binance, what you see is what you get. The price is bid and ask, but with the exchange like in the Netherlands, it's a little bit fake. Also with and not fake but fake, opaque is that.
Mhm.
That is not very transparent. And with Coinmerce as well, you pay 2.5% at least. So 5% in and out, it's quite a lot. So Bitfavo, I think, is the nicest and also cheapest platform with only 0.25%. So 0.5% round trip. So that's most fair, I think. But beware, don't take a look only at what the exchange is saying, how much percent. Also take a look at the fill of the price.
Yeah, same goes if you buy stocks at De Giro or Bink. Yeah, there are always margins, spreads, and yeah, you have to take a look at that as well. Another important advice is results from the past doesn't mean that you're going to earn a lot of money in the future. Of course, that goes for crypto and every kind of investment. Always do your homework, see about the risk, and that's yeah most true for the last advice. Be careful with memes and scams. In the crypto world, there are a lot of meme coins, like yeah, uh,
Shiba Inu
Shiba coins and
and Dogecoin.
Dogecoins. Well, Elon Musk thinks it's not a meme, and he believes you should buy Teslas with it. But um, it's sometimes difficult to see the difference between uh, a cryptocurrency with a real use case and a serious business model, and coins were just became popular like tulip balls in the Middle Ages in the Netherlands. So yeah, also there, do your homework, and also with scams, we have a lot of clients who think they won the jackpot because they believe to receive hundreds of percentages of returns, usually 1% a day. That's for a scammer the most easy way to earn a lot of money. But yeah, in most cases, it's a scam. It's not real. It's not possible. Even if you see something online, if a scammer is really good, he will create a special portfolio page for you where you can track your money and you see that it's increasing by 1% a day. But yeah, always think about, is this money really somewhere in the blockchain, or is he just sending me pictures of high returns? And in the blockchain, it's very easy. There are websites you can check all crypto transactions, all blockchain transactions. For instance, if it's on Ethereum, there is etherscan.io, I think. And you can find every Ether transaction you can find there. So if you want to join some kind of scheme with very high returns, do your homework, check what other people are thinking about it, and check if you're really buying something through the blockchain or you're just wiring money without getting something back.
And worse, Mark, then they say you earned when you deposit 500 euros, for instance, then they say, oh, you earned 2,500. It's now 3,000, and you have to yeah, now it's time to put more money in, and let's say 5,000, and you never can withdraw money. I also had a client last week. He called me as well in panic, and he also lost a couple of thousand euros. So don't do that. Be very careful. It's always better to be liquid on an exchange like Binance, Bitfavo, or Crypto.com. Indeed.
Yeah, and if you do want to invest in projects, and I'm going to tell about the project, so I hope you are open to that. There are some clear red flags you can notice. The first of all is returns that are too good to be true. Usually they are too good to be true. So that's one red flag. The other red flag is if you cannot find a lot about the team that's behind the project. If it's only a fancy website talking about returns, but you cannot see who's behind it, that's usually not a good sign. And the third one is, yeah, if it's somewhere hidden in on some kind of island with, outside Europe. I don't talk about Cyprus, yeah, Robert, but somewhere on the Virgin Islands. Yeah, it's usually also not a good sign. Not in all cases, but yeah, of course you want to know who is doing something with your money. That being said, I would like to talk about a project we have started recently, and that's called the Token of Expertise, in short, TOE. And that's a project that is founded together with the founder of beleggen.com. I think most people know the website. Jan Robert and Harry are also working a lot with beleggen.com. Jan Robert and Harry are also involved in this project, and the means of the project is to develop an expert app. Why do we want to develop an expert app? Because there's a lot of information online. We are already doing a lot of webinars. We are informing people. Jan Robert is writing books. So there are many ways to get information if you are new to the investment world. Well, we think there are some benefits from an app. First of all, apps have become mainstream. Consumers spend 6 to 7 times more hours on apps compared to surfing on the internet. Especially the younger generation, they are used to opening their phone, clicking on it, and finding the right information. They don't open their PC or laptop to search on Google. They want instant information, and apps are the most easy way to organize that. Second reason is matching. Together with the 4 founders, we reach almost 100,000 Dutch and Belgian investors right now.
No,
But it's
80,000. And not
yeah, but
to be
also
exaggerated. 80.
include
Sorry?
our own networks. We also have
Oh, okay, yeah,
a lot
okay.
of networks.
80,000. Yes,
So
true.
together with the
True.
4 of us, I think almost 100,000 people
True.
through different channels. But it's still hard with such a large number. It's hard to find the right person if you want to invest. Well, everybody knows to find Harry if it comes to options, or Jan Robert if it comes to crypto. But yeah, what if you have a specific question about a specific coin, or you want to do something with real estate, or any other way? We believe it's very important to have an instant match with the right expert. And we believe in an expert app, it's very easy to organize that. We will use artificial intelligence or machine learning to create this match that works similar to a search engine. You type a question and you get connected to the right expert instantly. And with apps, it's also easy to create notifications for experts. So if they're online and they're able to answer your question, it's very easy to make that possible in the app. Third reason is education. We have been inspired by apps like Duolingo, which is used by more than 500 million users already. The company is, I think, 8 years old, and more than 500 million users on the world are using to learn languages. And they make it very easy to go, to increase your expertise step by step, or in their case, to increase your knowledge about a language. What we want with Expert App is something similar. You can increase your knowledge or expertise on a certain topic step by step, and that enables people to grow from zero to hero. So ultimately, everybody can become an expert with the Expert App and the community. When we are building this expert app, we also can offer some new technical features. like paper trading or news feeds based on people's interest. We can all put it in the same app. That makes it very easy for people to find their information and do something with it. It can also include services like most people already know, trading signals or training, coaching. Everything that's already there can be integrated into the expert app. And lastly, uh, not unimportant, is the quality control on experts, and that's where the blockchain comes in, because we want people to pay with tokens of expertise in the expert app. That's the reason why we want to introduce a token. And this token of expertise, of course, will be part of the blockchain. So with the blockchain, we can measure how much tokens everybody is spending or receiving. And both will help you to become a better expert, or to increase your expertise level. If you're buying expertise, it means you'll receive more knowledge. You can increase your expertise, your knowledge. So that means you will rise in status. And for experts, um, if you receive tokens through the platform, through the app, and also positive feedback, that two combination will also mean you are becoming a better expert. Your rating will increase. And that's why blockchain technology is so important, because we all know that ratings that we use right now, from Trustpilot or even Google ratings, they are sometimes a bit manipulated. Everybody can put ratings online. Companies don't really check it. So that means there's a lot of manipulation, and manipulation in the blockchain is a lot more difficult because it's decentralized. It's floating somewhere in space, and nobody can change it. Everybody can look at it at the same time. So it's a fair register to use for these kind of purposes. And yeah, that's something we really want to include. The long-term goal of this expert app is there are two long-term goals, actually. The first goal is creating an app in which the right expert can be found quickly and efficiently. That's very important. And we don't want to do that only for the financial industry. Of course, we start with it because we all come from the financial industry. That's where our network is. But later on, we also want to do this for other kind of expertise, like legal services, health, taxes, you name it. If you want to find a personal trainer or a lawyer, or with any kind of problem that needs expertise, you would be able to use the expert app. So that's the first thing. If you need advice, expertise, help, you can use the app. And the second purpose of this app is to become an expert yourself. So we want to create a community where everybody has the opportunity to become an expert, and where every expert is judged and rewarded in the same fair way. So it should be a level playing field for everybody. If you are willing to put time into training yourself to become a better expert, you're able to do that. Just like normal education, you can also follow. You can also get a master's degree or a bachelor degree to become
Or PhD.
yeah, a PhD to increase your knowledge level and earn more money. Well, the expert app will offer you the same benefits, but in a more efficient way, because you can follow your own track. There are no teachers out to tell you what to do. If you want, of course, could be teachers to help you as well. But it's also something you can do individually. And you're not graded by some professor. The community will reward you for your expertise. And if you have bad intentions, they will also tell you that you are a bad expert, and then it's very hard to be successful on the platform. So why a token? That's something that people ask us, of course. Why not crowdfunding, or why don't we raise money from private equity investors? Well, there are four reasons why we are using a token for this project. First of all, it has a more international approach. The current communities we work for now are locally Dutch focused, and we believe we can offer this worldwide. And the crypto space is very international. It's not really connected to any countries. There are projects who don't really have um, an office somewhere in a country, so it's international globalized system, and I think that could help us to make a worldwide network of experts. The second one I just mentioned, that's the reviewing and rating of experts. If you use blockchain for that, can be much more transparent and fair. So that's also a reason to use the token. And then it makes sense if you use the token also as a payment mechanism. If you connect payment to reviewing and rating, then it becomes more fair for everybody. Of course, it doesn't mean that if you have a lot of money and you are spending a lot of money on the expert app, you automatically will be a very good expert. Of course, the algorithm will see what you're actually doing on the platform, and for experts also measuring how many different clients there are and how much repetition there is in purchases. So it will be a fair reviewing and rating system, but it's based on the token transactions.
Yeah, and also the
Yes.
token is kind of fuel for the platform, huh? And
Yeah.
that's very important. Also, we are thinking also that this token can also be used by when we are rendering services on the platform. They will offer that in tokens with a discount instead of fiat, for instance. So you have a benefit. So it's also two ways that you can also offer benefits when you use the token.
Yeah. So yeah, that makes it an interesting financing tool. With the proceeds of the token sale, we can create this platform and offer it for free. If you are an investor, want to learn something, you can just download the app for free. And of course, if you want help, if you need coaching or you want to buy a book, you have to pay for it. But then using the token, it will be cheaper than if you use euros. So that's another benefit. And the last reason to use a token is that it's tradable. It's not it's not the most important feature in yeah what we are looking for. But yeah, if you are a user of the platform, it can be an interesting option because then you have two benefits. You can use it on the platform. It has a use case, but it's also something you can trade on exchanges, and it can rise or decline in value. So some details about this token of expertise, because we are really in the beginning stage. We just launched our website. I think it's in the chat already, but we are still in the process of raising money from it, and we have not really promoted it in a very big way. I think in the beginning of next year we will do some more marketing for the project. But right now we are using our own communities to find people who are interested to participate in this early stage. So we have just closed one successful seed round last month, also with the founders. We are also putting our own money on the table. We are investing in this project. And now we are in the second round, which is also called private sale. Token launch has different stages. You begin with seed funding, private sale, and then eventually a public sale. And when it's a public sale, it means that it's available for the whole public, but usually also that the token is tradable. It's becoming it's released. People can put it in their wallets and they can buy or sell it. So right now we are in the private sale. That's a small sale. We don't need that much money now. We are in the beginning stage, but eventually we hope to raise up to 50 million euros for this whole project. We've written a white paper where you can find all the details, how this money will be spent. That's put on paper really in a way that we are sticking to what you're writing in the white paper. And the minimum for funding target is 500,000 euro. That would be enough to develop the app itself with basic functionality. But because we want to launch it worldwide, we want to have different languages in the app and different markets, and the marketing part will be much bigger. So hopefully we are able to raise more money, but with 500K, it's already a success, and people will be able to use the token in the expert app. So important to say is that there are a maximum of 22 million tokens, similar to Bitcoin. That means there can never be more tokens. It's a smart contract in the blockchain, so that means we cannot decide, oh, we need more money now. We are issuing more tokens. No, the maximum is 22 million. So that means, yeah, if the platform is really successful and we have millions of users worldwide, of course, we hope that it will happen sometime. It could mean that there is a scarcity of coins, and that's the same principle as Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrency. It's deflationary. Other currencies like euro and dollar, they're inflationary. There you see inflation now. Surprise, surprise! They put so much money in the system. Things are becoming more expensive. And that's something you will not see in the crypto market because the amount of coins will stay stable, or sometimes they even decline. We didn't decide yet which blockchain we will use, but soon we will also include it in the white paper. We want to have the best network, of course, with low transaction fees and good stability. And here we put some important dates. You can all find this on the website in the white paper, and we can update you from time to time. So a few more important details about this token sale. The current round ends at January 1st, so we still have 2 weeks left to raise the money in the second round. And we can still offer very interesting conditions for this token sale, being a 70 to 80% discount on the final price in the public sale. The final price in the public sale will be €1 per token. That's already put in stone. €1 per token will be the final price to offer it. And now we offer people in this phase to join at 20 to 30 cents per token. So that means 70 to 80% discount for all the services you can purchase in the future with these tokens, including the services you already know from all the platforms that are involved. So we don't want you to see this as an investment. You're free to see it like that, but even if the project fails, there's still an opportunity to use the tokens. That's very important to remember. There's a real use case to these tokens. But of course, there's also a chance that the price will increase. Actually, the next round in February, March, the price of the tokens will already be 40 to 60 cents.
And now to 23rd, yeah, the range.
Yeah, now it's 20 to 30 cents. We think we are not going to offer a possibility to sell already in the next private round, because we don't want speculation that people are stepping in now and already selling in 2 months. That's not the type of investor we are looking for. But there will be a time that the tokens are listed on an exchange, and that's of course, then we can stop people to trade, to buy and sell the tokens anymore. So then it's up to the market. Until that time, we prefer people to stay in the project, and then somewhere beginning of 2022, we are starting to develop the app, and hopefully close to the summer, we can release already a version that people can use. The ticket size now is important because we also prefer not to work with too many people in this stage. We are obliged to have some checks with identity and also anti-money laundering. So we are looking now for investors who have enough budget to participate in a project like this with a relatively low percentage of their portfolio. So the minimum ticket size will be €2,500, and there's also a maximum of €50,000 because it's still early stage. We also don't want people to put too high amounts in it. There is no exchange risk until the listing, so it's a stable price because it's not exchangeable. The price will be fixed. If it comes on an exchange, of course, then it will fluctuate. And people who are looking into the crypto market, they see new coins sometimes coming to the market, and they are rising 10 times or they are declining very fast. We don't believe that that will happen with our token because it's something that can be used on our platform. And also, there are some benefits to use it on the platform. For instance, to become a better expert, to increase your expert level, or to have benefits. We are going to organize events, for instance. We will have exclusive sessions with famous investors, and that will only be accessible if you pay with the token. So it will really be something valuable to keep for special occasions. And that's why we believe there's a good reason that people keep their tokens, not sell it on the market. So as long as we don't have a huge amount of investors who want to buy it, then yeah, hopefully the token will be quite stable. Did I miss something? Yeah, there's a bounty program. We're still working on it, but it means that if you get other people interested in the project, you can also earn some tokens. It's not something we really want to push because we believe with our own community there are enough people who we can find to be interested in this project. But yeah, it's the community thought that if you refer other people, you can also become better yourself with it. If you want more information, it's best to look at the website tokenofexpertise.com. There is a page where you can subscribe, but it will not mean you have to purchase anything or you are not obligated to do anything. It just means you're on the list, you receive information, and you have the possibility to join because there is yeah, also a possibility that there will be too much interest in this round or next round, and then yeah, it's first come first serve order. How do you say it? Who comes first, they get the tokens. Um,
Yeah. So it's a free option actually. You can put an
yeah,
option. So if you are one of the first, even if you don't participate, you can show your interest. And when we are finalizing the rounds, then we'll contact you, and then we'll also ask how much you would like to put in the project and to invest in the project. And you have also put in a QR code on the right hand side. There's a QR code with you can scan it or just click on the link I put on the tokenexpertise.com/token sale. And Harry put also a link for contact. So if you have some questions, then we are happy to take them, of course, now. And if you have some other questions later, feel free to contact us. And also, we have since recently we have a Telegram group, so it's also a very nice tool to be in communication with us. And the Telegram group, I will also put the link again for us. And maybe it's also good to know who likes this project, who would like to show the interest, yeah, to participate. Just to take a look if this is an yeah, good proposition. I think we because you are one of the inner circles because we did not launch it publicly, as Mark said. So you're in the early stage with opportunity with discounts, and I speak for out of experience. I had also done some projects, invested some, and could also be interesting to be the first, and also for experience, and also to be part of the project. It's also very interesting. And yeah, there is some interest. Gerard said, Joop, thank you very much for your interest, of course. And so the minimum clip size is 2,500 with a maximum of 50K. And if you would like to put in more money, then you are invited to contact us privately. And I see some nice remarks. Thank you very much, of course, for your attention. And also to round it off. Claire said, I have also info, and also it stated that there have to be a soft to be signed. Where can you find it? The soft. Yeah, there's an agreement. Um, Mark is in charge of the softs as well.
Yeah, it's yeah, we're going to make it official in this stage. So you're not just sending cryptocurrency. There's also something to mention. We in this round we only accept cryptocurrency, no euro or dollar, because it's a crypto project. But if you are still afraid after this presentation about buying cryptocurrencies, we are happy to help with that, free of charge. So don't let that be a reason not to do it. We can help you to take these first steps.
Hmm.
But the purchase of the tokens will be by the end of the month, 1st of January, and before that we will sign an agreement. The company, the Dutch company who is launching this project, and the people who are participating, and that agreement includes all the details of this token sale.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's kind of yeah, this kind of standard agreement, and
yeah,
the SAFT stands for simple agreement for future token. So that's for your obligations, for our obligations, and so that is to be done later. And
yeah,
um, and thank you very much, of course, Jan Jacques. Also, thank you for your interest, and you will study it. And also, maybe most of you are well known with beleggen.com, with the community of almost 80,000 people. And next week, Friday, we are having this webinar also, but in English, in Dutch, sorry, in Dutch. And we were thinking, was Mark's idea to put a kind of airdrop. So everyone who is participating next week for free on the webinar, in the webinar, they will receive 50 toes, 50 tokens. They will reserve that as a kind of Christmas gift. Yeah, Mark is kind of Santa Claus. I thought, is he crazy? No, but I thought it's kind, yeah, a good idea. So everyone who is interested to participate next week in the kind of lunch webinar, and I will put the link for you. You can subscribe already. And if you are participating next week in that webinar, of course, you have to fill out the paper as well, form as well later, because we need your details. And we are happy to yeah to give you to hand over 50 tokens. So as a gesture, and that is nice. I will take a look for a link in the meantime. I got it, and that is with Zoom as well. And yeah, I don't know if there are some questions. Yeah, Harry said rephrased, if you are participate next week webinar, so that is next week, Friday, 24th of December. If you register with a link, then and you are really there next week, Friday on 12 o'clock for 21st of December, and then you receive 50 tokens for free. Thank you. Are there some urgent questions you have to ask? Otherwise, you cannot sleep. Maybe we're happy to take these questions. It was very funny. We're also in the crypto exchange or the blockchain fest. As a presenter, I was also the mic runner because the mic runner was taking coffee. Um, do you send a copy of this webinar by mail? Jan Jacobs, yes, we will publish this webinar in a Telegram group because the recording has been almost ready. And after rendering this video, we will hand it over to you as a participant, and we'll publish it, I think, also on our socials and also via mail and also in the Telegram. Yes. And if you have some specific questions, Jan Jacobs, feel free to contact us. Yes, you know our details. I hope that you found this interesting webinar. And yeah, who found this interesting webinar in general? And if you can if you can give a note of 0 to 10, 0 is very bad, or 10 excellent. And we always try to educate also. A 9, Gerald, thank you very much. An 8, Ruth, thank you very much. 8.5, very much. Yeah, Jelle, thank you. Very high scores. These are not the yeah, these are not German scores. Eh? These are Dutch scores. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joop. And thank you very much for your time, of course. Thank you very much, Mark. And also, the silent Harry on the background. Thank you very much for helping us and assisting us as well with answering the questions. And good evening. And I wish you very good evening. Good luck. And yeah, don't forget, if you participate in the project, you will receive this copy. This is very valuable for you as well in the future. And Edwin has where can you keep the project tokens? Yeah, it probably will be an ERC20 token, and as Mark said, you can store it on several devices. It's a little bit technical. Maybe you have some slot final closing comments. Claire has
Yeah,
written. Thank you very
of course,
much.
everybody who's participating will get a lot of explanation in Dutch or English or every language you want about how to yeah, store these tokens or use the tokens on the platform. That will be something for next year, of course. There's things we need to develop first. But yeah, it's very important that the tokens are easy to use on the platform or on other exchanges. So that's our main priority.
Okay. Mark, can you take a look at Root? He has already added his details. No response yet. I don't know if it's of today or last time, but we'll dive into that. Ruud. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, thanks, Edwin. Oh, of course, once again, thank you for your time, everyone, and enjoy the evening. And some of you I will speak tomorrow or Friday. And thanks very much, and see you next time. And be careful on the crypto market, of course. Do your own research and diversify and diversify. It's my final comment.
Always good.
Bounty program, yeah, bounty program, Job, is very easy. That is when you refer a client, for instance, a high roll or 100,000, then you get some tokens as well, extra. It's a kind of incentive. Yeah, Melinda, thank you very much for your yeah, for your attention again, and I'm happy to see you later. And Mark, thank you. Harry, thank you very much, and see you next time. Hasta la vista.
Have a nice evening.
Have a nice evening.
Thank
Bye.
you.